Welcome to another review from Howtocigar.com. I'm going to make this one a little quicker, a little less formal. What we're going to be reviewing today is the Dunhill Signature Range in a 50 by 7 Churchill. It's a very expensive cigar in the $12 to $18 range. Made by Dunhill, which is actually made by British American Tobacco. It bears the Dunhill name. That particular name goes back to Alfred Dunhill, which started his first shop in 1907. Got into producing cigars around 1977, got out, and then, as I said, sold the name rights over to British American Tobacco. It's going to be an interesting smoke. I'll tell you what, that BAT side, that British American Tobacco side, is very corporate, very scientific, and very, untraditional when it comes to kind of the family aspect, the tradition aspect of most cigar manufacturers. So it's interesting to see how this cigar works from such a corporate environment. What might save it from that is the fact that it's rolled in the Toronto factory, which does have a very rich family tradition, is very family oriented, is very traditional, tobacco oriented. They also produce for brands such as CAO and Gurkha. All right, we're going to cut this up. I want to show you this cigar a little closer up. Be a little patient with me while I operate the focus on this. There we go. As you can see, very nice wrapper, very nice cap on it. Toronto family obviously knows what they're doing, been doing it for quite a while. Very nice smoke. Good look to it. Okay, and as I said, it's a 7-inch by 50 ring gauge Churchill cigar. The filler is Dominican Republic and Nicaraguan, the binder is Cameroon, and then the wrapper is also a Nicaraguan wrap. So let's get this cap off, put some heat to it, and see how it smokes. First impressions here. A little tighter draw, but within reason. It's a long stick to be smoking through anyways, and then a little tighter wrap. You can see, I give this a little squeeze, and there's not much give. It's pretty solid. It's got definitely enough humidity. It comes back. It's not cracking or anything like that. But initially, like I say, it's got some tightness to it. Seems to be lighting up just fine. Checking back in with you. This is the Dunhill Signature Range 7 by 50 ring gauge Churchill cigar. We're smoking about 40 minutes in. You can see this is going to be a long smoke. Check that out. You can see the ash looking very good. You can see the striations in there. It's holding together quite well. Zoom that in a little bit so you can see that. There, look at that. Very nice ash structure. It's holding together quite well. Here's the deal. Construction, draw is very good. Obviously from the ash, striations, and the way it's holding together, you can see it's rolled very good. Flavor, there's nothing outstanding. There's nothing outstanding bad. No bitterness. It's just a very good smoke. And I have to say, I'm pretty surprised by that. So, so far so good. Medium body. I don't, detect over spiciness. I don't detect anything that's overpowering. It seems like it's been blended to be just very medium, very smooth, and nothing has apparently been blended into it to make it really stand out. Not really trying to reinvent the wheel. This is just a nice, solid, smooth, even smoke. And so far so good. We'll check back in. We get a little bit closer to the end and give you our final impressions of the Dunhill 50 by 7 Churchill Signature Range Cigar. Welcome back. This is Ryan with Howtocigar.com. Just want to give you my final impressions of the Dunhill Churchill Signature Range Cigar. As far as smoke time, we are just shy of 2 hours on this. It is a pretty long smoke. Let's get right into it. Construction, I will say, is just impeccable. Very well put together cigar. That is, from the Toronto factory. They really know their stuff. That is their business. I mean, if you're in the business of rolling for other companies and producing cigars for other companies, you better be good at what you do, and they are very, very good. if not the best. This is a very well constructed cigar, a pretty good blend. It smoked well all the way through, smoked even, as you can see. It kept that even line all the way through. I had no runners, had no issues, nice striations in the ash, and I did very, very well. Can't complain on construction. I'd have to say this was like a rated a 9. Very good, one of the best put together cigars I've ever smoked. As far as taste, the initial taste was very good for the first 3/4 cigar. I'd say very good. Really enjoyed it. Didn't have a lot of wow notes to it. It was just a very well blended cigar and very enjoyable to smoke. I'd say on that taste for the first 3/4, I'd give it an 8. Where we're going to go to and where it's going to suffer is in the finish. The last 25% of the cigar was not good. Now, I'm going to say it was a 5. That's quite a hit from where it was going. I really thought this cigar would end up being an overall 8, and it's going to be a little below that just because of that finish. Now, why a cigar turns bitter? Is it because you draw too hard? Is it because you're smoking too fast? Well, I've been smoking this for almost 2 hours. I think that's a fairly reasonable smoke time. And, it was rolled a little tight, so maybe it was getting a little hot. If you're smoking this cigar, you might want to take a little bit more time with it, and you might be able to get a little better result. But I've smoked this range of cigar before in a shorter format. In fact, it's been probably 6 months ago. Me and Cody both smoked these independently, shorter stick, and said the same thing about that 3/4 mark. It got kind of a nasty spot, smoked past it, and then it was fine. So I was really interested to see how this one went. Didn't have like a nasty bad spot we hit, but it did start to turn on me towards the end. As far as price value, which doesn't affect our overall rating of the cigar, just for your information, I'd say it's a pretty poor value. It's a very, very expensive cigar. Like I said, probably going to be found in the $12 to $18 range. I paid $15 for the stick. Definitely much better cigars to be bought at a much lower price. So the value of the cigar is very poor if you consider, if that's something you would consider. Still, worth smoking. It's a good cigar, just a little overpriced. It's a luxury brand name cigar. That's probably to be expected with a lot of luxury items that maybe you're not going to get the most value to dollar ratio. As far as the body goes, I think it's a medium cigar. If you're used to smoking a lighter body cigar, to you it may be a medium full or even a full. I'm used to smoking a medium to full range cigars. I've been smoking for a long time. So to me, this is a medium body. It's kind of subjective based on what you smoke every day, but to me, solid medium body. Maybe a medium / full, but to me it's medium, nothing overpowering or strong. The like I said, smoke time, we're going to be just shy of 2 hours for this entire cigar, which is that's pretty good. That does add, I guess, a little bit back to the value when you say, well, it's $14, but it lasted me two hours versus paying $7 for a cigar that lasted 1 hour. But that's up to you. I'd rather have the individual smoking experience of 2 different cigars. Overall rating, I'm going to give this a 7.5. It does put it in our Category 3 premium cigar category. As you can see, it's on the low end of that category, but the price is what you'd expect to see something on the high end. So that is indicative of the value being, a little lower value for what you pay for. If this was an $8 cigar, that value would be a lot better. And you can get those shorter sticks probably in that $8 to $10 range, and that's probably more appropriate for the quality of smoke. That's going to conclude our review of the Dunhill Churchill Signature Range Cigar. Hope you've enjoyed it. I sure have. Please leave your comments below. Agree with us, disagree with us, just tell us what you think. Check out other reviews when our website goes live here in just about 1 month at howtocigar.com. Have a good day.